it's a child's dream to be in the NBA. So that's always like the biggest step to make for each player. But my family always told me that it's not going to be the end of the world. There's always something else that will make your life happy. So.
I mean, basketball didn't really come and become a major part of your future until a couple of years ago, right? I mean, in terms of, you hit a big growth spurt after, sophomore year of high school?
Basketball's always been the main thing in my life. Even since I was little, it's always been number one, I guess. But it didn't really become known to the media and everybody else until, I guess, my sophomore year, whenever I did that.
John had just said, "Succeed and proceed" is the new team slogan, so sorts, and it's going to be on T-shirts. Do we know when those T-shirts might make an appearance? John, your coach outside, he said instead of one and done, we should talk about succeed and proceed. And he said it will be on T-shirts. I didn't know if you knew.
I want one.
You want one of these T-shirts? I would assume you're going to be getting one of these T-shirts. I didn't know if you knew when these T-shirts might make their first appearance.
Well, you know just as much as I do.
Okay,
so
hey, I figured you might have had the intel, man. Can you speak to Cal's pitch to you and his tenure with his team as the season's gone on? You know, he had changed the way they had coached the group. What's been the biggest difference, I guess, over the past couple of weeks, Marcus?
Now he's kind of just telling us things that we needed to do instead of trying to teach us. I guess in the summer or during the year, in the beginning of the year, he tried to teach us energy and always being excited and stuff. But now he's kind of actually just teaching basketball, and that's
more strategic.
Yeah, we're more into basketball now.
When you come here, obviously everyone's a 5-star guy and one of the best players in the country. Is it tough to put, I don't know if ego is the right word, the individualism away and come together as a team? Because I think Coach Cal sort of talked about it.
Not really. It's not that hard because I guess that's just not the way my mentality is. I think about everybody else before I think of myself. So I knew I had for my role in the beginning, or for the year, I knew I had to make sure that we had everybody meshed together and did everything right before. Even if I wasn't playing, we had to make sure we were all rolling together.
Is that a mentality you've always had, Marcus, or did you just get it more coming here?
I think that's just the mentality I've always had. That's just something I've always done. I've always looked out for everybody else around me before. Even if it hurt me, I'd try to get it done for my family or something.
Was it difficult to keep that when you were starting early in the year and then later not playing very much?
I mean, no, not at all, because we were winning. You can't be mad about winning. So just being here with my team, celebrating each game, working hard each day, you don't really have time to be all mad about everything. So it was just a really great way to just get through.
What was going through your head during the game against Michigan when things were going so well for you?
I guess during the game you don't really have any type of thoughts. You're kind of just doing things. You don't have you don't have time to think about it. So I was just trying to get it done. And then once we got it the first time out, and I was like, what the heck just happened? So I was kind of shocked with myself, but it was really cool.
Marcus, do you have a sense how physically tough this year's been on Cal? And he's in a lot of pain with his hip, not sleeping. Has it been trying on him?
He's gotten beat up just as much as we have. I mean, he takes just as much as pain as we do throughout the games and throughout the practices. So it's been a long road. It's been a long road for him, just as much as we have.
Does he talk about it? Does he talk about his aches and pains?
I mean, he jokes around with it, but he never really burdens us with that.
What sort of jokes does he say? What does he say kidding around?
Like every time he'll miss his half-court shot, he'll blame it on his hip. But we kind of understand that. But he'll never show it really in practice or anything because he's just a strong guy.
Marcus, we knew that you were sick and you missed a couple games because of that, but Cal seemed to suggest that had some lingering effects. Just how big a deal was that for you this season, and how much weight did you lose after that?
I mean, especially with me, gaining weight was a really big thing for me. So once I would finally get up to like a good amount of weight, I'd get sick, and then it would just drop back down, and then so it was really hard, just staying with the weight and trying to get things to settle down, which was real hard.
What were the illnesses, Marcus, that you had to deal with?
I think I had the flu in the very beginning of the year, which took like 7 pounds, and then I had a full body cramp, which in December, which took I think another 7 pounds. So
Full body cramp?
yeah,
That sounds.
I think we made that up when that happened to me. I don't think it's ever been done, but when your whole body cramps up and you can't really do anything about it. So
How do you do that? How do you cramp your whole body?
just from dehydration. So going at that time we were going really hard in practice, and I didn't really know how much water I had to hydrate myself with, because I just hydrate myself as I usually would. But
So what, do you just collapse and can't move when you have a whole body cramp?
no, I mean you have like a little cramp in like your leg, and you're like, oh, I'm good. And you kind of just rub it out, and then it kind of just like goes up your leg, and then you look like come in your arm, and so you kind of then it just like once you kind of stop, it kind of just like stops your whole body.
Did you have to go to the hospital or anything for this, or is this just a...
Yeah, I was in the hospital for a couple hours trying to fix it.
Marcus, I know you're taught to